Okay, so it's May 31st, so I'm still a good, shoot, almost 4 months from bow season. But for those of you that understand it, it's all I can think about right now. And I'm more excited about this bow season than ever. So scouting's done. You know, you do it all before it gets this hot, before all the green gets on, and that way you can see better. So what is there to do in the summer? The summer is the time to practice your setup. It's the time to refine your gear, and it's the time to ensure that you're good to go on opening day. So you don't want the first time you climb a tree or put on new clothes or anything like that to be, or shoot your bow out of your saddle or tree stand to be opening day. So what I'm gonna do today is practice my early season setup, and I'm going to get up in my saddle and do some shooting. I'm not gonna be able to film that because I don't have a practical way to film that right now. I've misplaced my tripod for now. I found it, but I still got to go get it back from the person that has it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try on my Scentlok early season suit, which is the Savannah coveralls. I'm going to try that on. I've already tried it on, I should say, but I'm going to go in the woods with it on in this heat with my saddle on, my binocular setup, everything, my bino harness on top, my boots. I'm going to get up in the tree, get my bow reeled up, and at least just see how I feel with that on, because it's supposed to be a suit that helps you cool off. And the only thing that's missing is the ring of steps that I'm planning on switching to from Bullman Outdoors. I'm going to order that here shortly, but right now I just have a cheap platform, but I'm definitely intrigued by the ring of steps, and I'm going to give that a try. So I'll give you a little bit of a glimpse of what we're working with here. So as you'll see in a minute, I have all my Scentlok clothing. I have my early season, my mid season, and my late season all in that container. Gloves, face mask, suit, everything. Okay. This is just a cheap platform I got off Amazon, and next to it is just a cheap gear hanger that I'm going to take up the tree with me. I've got lacrosse rubber boots there. I have my Lone Wolf sticks. Those are still from the Lone Wolf mobile hang-on stand setup I used to run, just because sticks are expensive, and I've got these, I might as well use them. And then I have my my Cruiser my Cruiser XC saddle here that I'm going to throw on top of everything else. I've got my backpack, my Scentlok backpack in there as well. Over here, I've got my Tidewee bino harness with my rangefinder and my new Bushnell binoculars in there. And I've treated everything laying out here that I'm going to be wearing with scent-free spray, just because I don't want to contaminate my Scentlok suit any more than I have to, because I don't want to have to deabsorb it any more than I have to in the dryer. So, and then of course going to be carrying my bow out, my Hoyt Power Max with the 4-arrow quiver setup, practice hanging that up. And then I'm going to be using these gear ties to secure my sticks and my platform to my backpack, as well as to my saddle. All right, as you can see, I'm all suited and booted now, and I got my extra gear ties to hook around my saddle. I'm going to try that instead of carabiners, just to avoid noise. I was using carabiners in the late season when I first switched to saddle hunting, but I'm going to try these, make it a little quieter. Also, I think it's going to be easier to get the sticks on and off. So I've got my bino harness on, and I've got my my backpack ready to go. As you can see right there, I've got my stick secured to the outsides with the gear ties. I got the platform on top. Now that platform's going to be going away, but for right now it's the best I can do. That platform's going to be noisy, but so I'm covering head to toe in this Savannah suit. It feels pretty good. I mean, I'm already sweating, but I mean, for Pete's sake, it's summertime in Tennessee. It's unavoidable. But early season hunting is always the most miserable time of year for me. So why not prepare for it and be ready and have all your setup and practice what's comfortable, practice what is repeatable. And I'm going to take my bag target out into the woods. I'm probably going to leave it there because it weighs 100 freaking pounds now from being all in the rain. And I've got my 3D target in the yard that I can practice with. And heck, I may just leave my sticks up back in the woods for the summer and practice, just climbing up and shooting back there. So, but I do need to get reps in climbing up and down the trees too. That's something I need to train for. We do, like I said, I've trained for a lot of fitness competitions over the years, and I train for every part of it. I'm treating bow hunting the same way now. I'm going to practice climbing trees with my sticks. I'm going to practice shooting from the saddle. I'm going to work out to be in the best shape possible so I can do that and not be as overheated as normal when I'm climbing a tree. Everything goes into preparation. The preparation I'm doing now will pay off 4, 6, or 7 months from now when December hits. And I predict I'm going to have a lot more successful season than I've had in prior years. So, yeah, I'm going to head into the woods. All right, so I got a tree picked out. I'm going to give it the old climb. I feel good walking in. I really do. I mean, this is the best I felt walking into deep, thick, hot woods ever. Like this suit is super comfortable. The backpack, super comfortable. Sticks are on there. They did just fine. No rattling. The only thing that sucked was carrying in that bag target, which you know how those cheap piece of crap things are. They're just full of old blankets, basically. So when they get waterlogged, they weigh 100 friggin' pounds and they have a paper thin handle. So as you can see, I've got it stuck back there, and I'm probably just gonna leave it out here because if this is where I'm coming to practice, I don't want to move that stupid thing back and forth anymore. I've got a good enough backstop behind my other bow target, so yeah, that belongs there now. So we're gonna climb up the tree, and I'll get back with you and see how I feel once I get up there with all this on. All right, so we're up in the tree, as you can see. We're right at the end of my bow rope, so we're probably about between 20 and 25 feet up. You can see the target. Oh, I'm doing this backwards here. It's somewhere down there, but yeah, got all hooked up to the tree here on our platform, and yeah, platform's going bye-bye. I can't wait to get a ring of steps. It's just quieter, lighter, but other than that, everything was very smooth coming up. This is the best I've ever felt coming up a tree. I've been doing mayhem hunt programming for about a week now, with some strength and bodybuilding work also, but I want to be more fit so that hunting is as easy as possible, so I am prepared as possible. And for whitetail hunters, yeah, we're not hiking all day, but we're climbing trees. We're having to walk in on public land a long way, so we got to make sure we're not dead tired and soaked in sweat when we get there, especially when it's cold out. Now I'm sweating from my head right now, but this Scentlok suit feels really good. And I go from here, and then hold on, I still haven't figured this part out yet. So the vital part of any Scentlok suit is a face mask. So, because 40% of your odor comes from your mouth, from your nose, from your hair, everything up here. So if you're wearing Scentlok and you're just wearing a hat and you're not covering your face and your head with activated carbon also, you're kind of defeating the purpose. So yeah, I'm gonna reel the bow up, get a few practice shots in, and head back down. But I would definitely 10 out of 10 recommend this suit, just for the fact that it feels really comfortable in hot weather. I feel nice and cool, and it's hot out, so I feel really good. This backpack from Scentlok, the Grinder tree stand backpack, love it. It feels so good climbing up. I got no issues with it. I will say I'm probably not going to be wearing a bino harness climbing anymore. I learned that the hard way. I may not be wearing a bow hunt at all. I may just hang my binoculars on the tree, and my rangefinder on the tree. But then again, I do, if I wear it, it's going in the backpack, and then I'm not getting it out till I get up and get the backpack hung up. Yeah, so I can't really film any of the shots, but hope you enjoyed and hope you learned something. And start preparing now for bow season. That way, when it's here, you're ready. You're not scrambling to get everything together. You want to be an expert with your gear by the time bow season rolls around. That's my goal.